Understand, such a broad term, but I'll narrow it down for you in this video as it pertains to the subject matter that I want to speak about. Understand where people come from and reduce your chance of shock, surprise, and hurt significantly in life. Because people behave in a manner that they say the things that they do due to their background, where they're coming from, what they've been exposed to. You know, not all of us are lucky to have been born with healthy parents over us, teaching us the way, correcting the course of our life. When we make mistakes, teach us the ways of the world. I remember my grandmother said, when you're about to do something wrong, and if there's nobody around and you know no one will ever find out, remember there is a God watching down on you. Now you can interpret that God in any way you want, but I interpret it as a moral compass, a self-guiding, self-limiting force that is there that prevents you from doing wrong, because you know, first of all, because it's not the right thing to do, but also because there is karma, and whatever you do in this world will come back to you. Whatever you do in this world will come back to you. Now, what I mean by understand where people are coming from, we've all experienced in various times in our lives situations where people behave in a certain way, and we wonder, why are they doing that? For example, let's say a person who's a security guard at some place that you happen to be frequenting or doing business with, or you know, be patronizing for one reason or another, and this person is using that limited and time and power that they have to use it to their maximum level. And I'm sure you've all experienced that. They're on a power trip. This is their only chance. This is their only chance, their only opportunity in life to be somebody, to have power over somebody. We've all experienced that. Now, an unwise person would try to challenge them, would say, hey, you're a nobody, you're a rent-a-cop, as they say in the United States, or, you know, you're just a wannabe, you're just on a power trip. But that actually works against you. The way to treat them is make them feel important. Give them what they want so we can have our business taken care of and move on. Because if we don't, they'll use that limited power that they have to exert maximum harm to us. You might experience this thing with dealing with the government. These people that are really low end, just working stiffs for the government at a very low income, but for that one particular thing that you need. Let's say you need a business license, or you are at the driving license office and trying to, you know, get your driving license or plates numbers for your car or whatever. Well, they might not be important, but at that moment that you need them, they have the power to make your life very miserable. And the way to treat them is by making them feel important. Acting and behaving in a way that you really respect them, that you think that your life depends on them, that they are their job and what they do is very important, so that you can get your business done and move on. Now, some of you listening might actually be in those positions, and you know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm not here to give you what you want to hear. I'm here to give you unvarnished facts that help you get ahead in life and get to where you want to go much faster. So understand where people are coming from. This also applies to relationships. Why a woman leaves you, why she gets together with you, why a man that says, I'll call you tomorrow after a one-night stand never does. Because he was just after your sex. He told you what you want to hear, and you were hoping that this time it'll be different, but it wasn't, because you failed for one reason or another, through one action or another. You failed to show him that you are worth staying with. In his eyes. You might be a very worthy person, very nice person, and I'm sure you are. But that's the reason. It's nothing personal. Why a woman leaves you? Well, she gets together with you because she thinks you're going to take her where you want to go, and she leaves you because she feels you're no longer able or willing to do that. It's not personal. why a company hires you, a boss hires you because they love you. No, they hire you because they think they need you. You're going to be doing a certain job for them. And when they let you go, it's not because they hate you, it's because they don't no longer need you, no longer can afford you, or they've determined that you are not capable enough to do what they want you to do. So understand where people are coming from. When you understand, a light goes on in your head. You sit back when you watch, for example, a security, and this is no disrespect for security guards, but it is what it is. When you notice somebody acting, maximizing their use of the limited power that they have to feel important, and doing, overreacting unnecessarily, making your life far more difficult than it has to be, you sit back with a cool smile on your face because because you understand where this person is coming from, what's feeding him, what does he need. Well, all his life, maybe he was neglected, pushed around, and he got into that position for the sole purpose of having that limited opportunity. I remember an acquaintance of mine, I should say, went to police academy because he wanted to be a police officer, and he told me, I was there from the beginning till the day where they hand you your uniform, and he said, you cannot believe in some of us, in some people, how their whole demeanor and attitude changed the moment they put on that uniform. It was like their chance. Now I'm gonna have the tools that I need to get back to all those people, for example, that bullied me, all those people that pushed me around, all those people that disrespected me and I was invisible to. You understand? This is what I mean by understand. Understand where people are coming from, and you understand why they're acting the way that they are acting. And if you've noticed, company or in any kind of a hierarchical organization, normally the person who's at the highest position of power is the nicest because they have nothing to prove. And the person who's at the lowest position of power, they act like they're the boss. They act like they have the power because they have everything to prove. And that goes with permeates through society. People that have power, walk softly and carry a big stick. Usually people that have a large stature, big guys, they're very gentle because they don't need to prove that they're strong. And you'll see the violent fighters are the little short guys because they have everything to prove. Have you ever seen a short little guy who's spent half of his life in gym, muscling up, beefing up, so that he can make up for his short stature? Again, no disrespect for the short guy, but it is what it is. The old Napoleon complex. Many short people don't go and muscle up, but they go and money up. They want to prove to the world that they are somebody by becoming very wealthy, like Michael Bloomberg of Bloomberg News. So these people understand where people are coming from, and you understand their behavior, and then you react to them in response in a way that gives them what they want, because, as I've said in many of my videos, the fastest way to get what you want in life is to give others what they want. All the best.